Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the AJW part number UX71-SF. This is a recessed single roll satin hooded toilet tissue dispenser. The UX71 is representative of the fact that this is a hooded single roll unit. The SF stands for satin finish. The bevel, or the bezel around the unit, is all in a brushed satin finish, as is the inside concave portion. And then, of course, this white surface you see is just the peel-away protective film that is protecting the gravity-controlled hood of the unit. We'll pull some of that back so you can take a look at it. Okay. Recessed mount, obviously. Single roll. It's going to come with a chrome-plated plastic spring-loaded spindle. It installs very easy. Oh, I have that backwards. It'll work a little bit better like that. Okay, a little more decorative look. I sell these to, quite frankly, places like well, residential applications, but with a hood, a teacher's lounge, not uncommon to see it in that sort of application, something where a slightly higher aesthetic is what the point or the purpose is of the hood installation. Now, with this unit, there are some things to talk about. First of all, the replacement spindle is the Ajw of which there is a link to below this video. There's also a link to the theft-resistant spindle adapter, which is a contraption, for lack of a better term, that will install over this unit, will thread down and prevent the unauthorized removal of the roll of toilet paper prior to it being exhausted by depressing that. It makes it all but impossible to depress that so that you can vandalize the unit by removing the toilet paper prematurely. That's the U007 item. Then there is a link to the different mounting clamps that are available. Forgive me, it's just the B clamp that you're going to see available for this, and there's a link to the B clamp, and it's called the letter B, and there you have to select whether or not you want the optional drywall B clamp, which I happen to have here, and this is what it is. When it arrives to you, it'll look, quite frankly, it'll look just like this. You order the B clamp. It's not included as standard. You have to opt in for this. There's a marginal increased charge. The B clamp is basically going to thread over the middle of your installation, make it look I'm an expert. Make it look just like this. Okay. So how this installs then is you'll take note of the two countersunk holes that are there, and in the back of your unit you will install this into the wall. I have this backwards. Forgive me. Forgive me, forgive me. As I'm doing that, I'm saying to myself, that doesn't look right. Subconsciously, I was saying to myself, this is what it's supposed to look like. Slide this into the wall. The spring is going to push against the rear side of the wall construction, okay, allowing the clamp to be pushed onto the back inside face of your drywall, whatever the wall construction will be. Those slots that are in the clamp itself are, if you've got the unit, you'll have the screws. They will go through the dimpled holes in the back and then right inside or into here, and then you will simply thread it in. This will compress a little bit, but it's going to keep itself tight, and as you draw the screws down further into the slots that are here, it will then force the clamp back and tighten on the inside part of the wall, allowing you to make your installation. Now, in general, people do not order a clamp maybe about half of the time So obviously in that installation you're going to attach right back to blocking that would be behind the unit, or at least within a reasonable distance behind the unit. The length of those screws is probably about 1.5 inches, something in that range. Now, there is a couple of links below this video, along with general specifications and a description of the item. Let's tackle all of that now. Let's open up the link to Tech Sheet. First and foremost, that's going to give us some dimensional properties. Let's go over it now. Per that unit, this is 6 1/4 wide. You can see it looks like it's just heavy on that. 6 1/4 tall. Again, that's perfect. An overall projection to the front of the hood when there's no toilet paper roll installed, they have it at 1 3/4. That can't be right. Well, I suppose it could be right. Yeah, to the face of the face of the spindle, it's correct, but the hood design has obviously changed since that tech drawing. So you're going to be closer to about 2 3/16 overall. A depth of the unit they have at about 2 5/16. Let's take a look. No, not even close. About 1 7/8. Forgive me, I was doing my math incorrectly. The important part is that the wall opening that they want is 5 1/4. That looks like it'll work. By 5 1/4, again, by 2 inch deep. So that'll work out really well. 2 inch deep to recess this. Now you can also do these as an SM model. These, I say these, this is the SF finish, and then of course the BF finish for bright stainless. You can do those models in an SM, which would be a surface mount, which would basically give you a literally a box around the unit that would allow you to surface mount the unit. It's a trim plate that would be incorporated into the unit to make it completely surface mounted. Shell and flange are drawn one-piece construction fabricated of 22 gauge stainless steel in a satin finish. 2 mounting points allow the unit to be secured to the mounting clamps or framing in the wall. Support posts are heavy-duty Zamac with bright chrome finish to match. When you buy an SF unit, you're still going to get bright chrome on the post. 22 gauge stainless steel finished to match the nut in regards to the collars. The spindle is that would be a collar if you had an SM model. Chrome-plated plastic spindle, we talked about that. There are part numbers below that show how the variations of the unit go. SM, SF, SF, SM, as you can see how that would work. And then the reference to the U007 theft-resistant spindle adapter. Installation, provide a wall opening at the desired or specified area and coordinate with architect or contractor to avoid interference with pipes, vents, etc. All dispensers that are to meet ADA code cannot have any type of controlled delivery. That's important for us to discuss. This is what would be called freewheeling. As you pull the toilet paper off, it's going to continue to roll. This is not controlled, a controlled type of delivery. Controlled delivery units are different than this in that they will certainly have a different spindle that literally will not even rotate 360 degrees before it physically stops. That can be quite maddening if it is an application where you did not intend to have controlled delivery. This is, or if you do have an installation requiring it, this is not controlled delivery. Okay. You've got the dimensions, the tech sheet. Now let's check out the link to the product brochure. That is going to allow you to review all of the toilet tissue dispensers from AJW, a company to which I'm very partial because of their high quality product and even higher quality customer service. On page 2, you'll see the UX71, the UX76, which is the same model only in a dual roll unit. And then, of course, all of the other more traditional items that you will see, meaning the U840, very common, the U834, the U838, jumbo roll versions, those are obviously very common. Then the less costly Zamac dual and single units, the UC42, the UX142, Those will be inexpensive. The U812 on page 1, again, very common. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the AJW products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, along with a link to the full product catalog. If you have any questions on the AJW UX71 Sf, and this client ordered the B clamp model, so they'll get the B clamp, or any other AJW product, please feel free to reach out to us.